2 words. Well, actually, no, 3 words. Sandrone's new design. Let's talk about it. And just based off of those 3 words, you guys probably already know what I'm about to get into. I think I briefly mentioned this in the last video of me talking about why people are so mad at Hoyoverse right now. But I want to go more in depth about Sandrone's design because this is a whole other ball game at this point with her leaks and not just her design but like her gameplay leaks and everything. It's I don't I I don't want to say it's worse than we thought, but you know what? Yeah, it is worse than we thought. It's worse than we were all hoping for. Now, I'm going to start off by talking about the design aspect of Sandrone. Of course, we all know in the... God, which... I don't know, I don't remember which update it was, but in the last... Well, in one of the final Nod Cry Archon quests, or one of the previous ones, we are fighting Dottore, and she pretty much sacrifices Polonia and herself for her role in defeating Dottore to be completed. I don't remember exactly what was happening, but she has some chip thing, and they're waiting for something and then that to load. And I think she gives a fake one to Polonia, sacrifices him, or no, it might have been vice versa. I can't remember. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So obviously, she, as of right now, when the storyline is deceased, however, obviously she's still playable. They are bringing her back because she is, as everyone knows, a robot created, I'm pretty sure, in Fontaine by a researcher, or some sort of researcher, scientist, whatever, in Fontaine. Now, she has actually had multiple other designs that were an option. However, the one they went with has left players absolutely pissed off. No one likes it. And if you want my honest opinion, y'all are gonna hate me for this. I do think they should have went with the longer skirt, but I think her design is actually kind of cute. They actually had a version of her current new design with a longer form of a skirt, which looked really cute. And honestly, it does actually, the concepts they had do look better than the current design. And I'm not saying the current design is bad, obviously, I do kind of like it. But it's, why did we shorten the skirt? And don't even tell me, oh, well, the short skirts are hard to animate. Short skirts are hard to animate. Hold on, buddy. Guys, long skirts are hard. I think I said short skirts are hard to animate. Long skirts are hard to animate, guys. Wow. Guess we should specifically reserve them for 4-star characters instead. Guys, they can't do it because they can't animate long skirts. It's too difficult. And obviously, I'm not going to continue with that, but they could have kept the long skirt. They should have kept the long skirt, I think. Because her current skirt isn't even really a skirt. I mean, it barely goes past her bottom. I mean, seriously, is that necessary? Now, overall, I do think her current new design is better than the old one, obviously. But I think the concepts they had are far better than what they picked, which I hate when people have multiple ideas for something and they go with the worst possible choice. Like, honestly, looking at the other 2 that we could have had, this was a no-brainer. But apparently the people that design stuff in this game don't have brains. Anyway, moving on from that, I do understand that there is, I'm pretty sure, lore-related reasons as to why they couldn't keep his original design, but let's give a fat congratulations to Polonia on his transition. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like the new robots design. I like it, it's cool, but I wanted another Polonia, okay? I loved Polonia with my whole heart. He was, like, this bot does not have as much aura as Polonia did. Because imagine having your own personal robot that can simply pick you up with one hand and carry you wherever you want to go. That's just awesome. Polonia was a goat. Not to mention, this new robot can't even probably do like half the things that Polonia did. Like, seeing the way Polonia was fighting Rayrear and stuff compared to what this robot does when fighting beside Sandrone. I mean, obviously, I wasn't expecting Polonia to be the exact same with his gameplay as he would have been compared to cutscenes and stuff. None of the characters are. But at the same time, I feel like Polonia, like, if I could, like, imagine what Sandrone's idols would have looked like with Polonia with her. That, or like a robot like Polonia. A big, tall, giant, male model of a robot. But no, they snatched his waist, threw on some tits on him, gave him a dress, and said, there you go. And not to mention, they chopped his legs. Now, I do like the idea of the current robot kind of resembling Sandrone in a way. That's a really cool detail. But I think, weighing the options, I kind of wish they could have made another Polonia, but I think, if I remember correctly, there's some, like, lore reason as to why, like, he can't be recreated or something. Because I think they just don't have his blueprints or something like that. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I don't know. But they nerfed Polonia. They nerfed Polonia. Rest in peace to my goat, honestly. I'm so glad I got to play as him for the 5 minutes that I did, because that's the only reason why I was planning on pulling for Sandrone, because I was like, I want to see if I can get gameplay being a big-ass robot. Nope. Now moving on, let's talk about her gameplay, because this is where people really start to get mad. Okay, doing this puzzle I feel like a dumbass. Anyway, where's my, okay, there's my OBS. What I was gonna say, don't fret if you don't have enough pools for Sandrone, guys. And if you want Sandrone gameplay, all you have to do is put Neuvillette, Dory, and Mizuki all on the same team, and boom. You have Sandrone gameplay. Guess why? Because almost every single move she does is copied off of those characters. Now obviously if you haven't seen the leaks, you guys should check those out for yourselves. I'm probably gonna, of course, edit this, and I might put a few images on the screen just so that way you guys know what I'm talking about. And so that way you guys don't have to pause the recording every 2 seconds to go Google the images. But I'm not going to post the video leaks. If you guys want to see her gameplay, I recommend just going to TikTok and searching up Sandrone gameplay leaks. But you're only going to see a text that you could get if you have Neuvillette, Dory, and Mizuki. And I think there's like one other character people were comparing her to, but I don't remember. I'm kind of sad. I do think her design is pretty. I think it could be better. I think they had better options. And it just makes me so mad whenever there's a clear, better option, and they're just like, oh, let's go with this option that's worse than the other options we have. Your choice, but I mean, okay. I think that's all I have to cover in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to people's complaints about the Sandrone design. My boiling hot take, though, I like it. I'm not gonna pull for her, though, because there's no Polonia, and that's kind of the only reason why I wanted her. And there's no, like, separate gameplay with her current new robot. But I thought it'd be interesting if she had, like, some skill that lets us switch to Polonia or something, and I don't know. I mean, I had ideas in my head, but clearly they did not go with them. They didn't even go with the Polonia at all, but I did look. It is a lore reason why Polonia can't be remade. He was made by somebody else, and I do believe said person is dead, and Sandrone can't remake him because his blueprints are too advanced for her. At least that's what I have read and what I remember. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment your opinion about Sandrone's new design, and I'll see you guys later.